Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They still have a firm hold on that second spot. And with
the Bucks took
the feeling, no doubt mutual. Thanks, DA. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Brandon Ingram's out there with Williamson. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Scouting reports very detailed, Clark. Talk about the types of insights those scouting reports would reveal about your team and your opposition.
Typically player tendencies and team tendencies. How do they win? What areas are they really strong in? A team being excellent on the glass or tremendous in transition offense or very physical. I mean, just those types of nuggets that you would have for a team and then individual players so that you could try to position them to not be at their best by what you did to counteract them.
Good explanation. Both free throws good for Ingram.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their superstars. Then they made smart moves surrounding Giannis with talent and an outstanding coach. The front office deserves buku credit for how they've turned this team into a finals contender.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Middleton. Inside. Here's Lopez. Back to Middleton. The Bucks getting another chance here. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ingram kicks to Holiday. Pass to Favors. 6 to shoot. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Matthews passes to Giannis. Ingram with the steal. Ball, the bounce pass. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Kicks it to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Matthews, no good. New Orleans in the lead. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. He dishes it to Ball. Back to Holiday. Ingram with it. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
No good from Bledsoe.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Holiday against Matthews. Holiday, the pass to Favors. Rebounded by the Bucks.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Matthews, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And Giannis throws it down.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the boards.
Ball finds Ingram. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot and that extension he gets on it makes it very hard to block.
Here's Giannis. Hits the outside fadeaway. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Platoon swap here for New Orleans. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pelicans. It's Redick on the wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
And checking out the numbers for George Hill. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Giannis with the ball. That gives them the lead. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. The shot by Redick, no good. Bucks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
1:43 left in the first quarter. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Well, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Pelicans trail by 6. Hart kicks to Jackson. Outside, Redick. Over Ilyasova. The shot by Redick, no good. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Kyle Korver, who's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Milwaukee, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
And right now for the Bucks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Jackson against Giannis. Okafor inside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Rocket 2. And the Pelicans miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got E'Twaun Moore. J.J. Redick is out there with Hayes. And there's Jackson, and it's Okafor in at the 5 spot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pelicans. It's a 14-point game. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
The Bucks shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw good from Ilyasova. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Oh, man up on area.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. From outside the arc, good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Here's Holiday. No good. Good D by Lopez.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Williamson. Defended by Middleton. Great D that time from Middleton. Korver dishes to Bledsoe. There's the pass to Ilyasova. Now here's Bledsoe. He's covered by Ingram. Here's the three. The offensive rebound. Here's Lopez. Great D that time from Favors.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And it's Ingram missing. Milwaukee leading by 17. Here's Middleton. Got it from 16 feet. Middleton's got his first points in this one.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
A baseline J tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
Outside Korver. High post Lopez. Dishes to Bledsoe. There's the three. Rebound by Drew Holiday. Pelicans trail by 17. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Bledsoe. That one, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Now here's Williamson. Defended by Middleton. Stolen by Middleton. Bledsoe outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Derek Favors.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
The first free throw is good. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Matthews, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Kyle Korver. Bledsoe against Ingram. Chalk up 2 there.
You can't allow Bledsoe that kind of position. I mean, he's extremely effective in the paint.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Here's the floater. And he sinks the layup.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Milwaukee leading by 14. Bledsoe outside. Banked in off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second bucket tonight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
That one doesn't go. Good D by Lopez. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Matthews. Here's Williamson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, O'Malley, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. They get it back. Antetokounmpo, no good. Pelicans trail by 14. Redick surveying the D. Fires from deep. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Scooped up. Antetokounmpo. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And the shot goes in.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Jackson down low. Hill's there. Lopez with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Hill leading the charge.
And when Hill sees an open floor ahead of him, he's off to the races, using that amazing speed and length to get to the basket.
Here's Redick. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Their lead at 15 going in.
Well, he had 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coming off a great game last time out. And that's going to do it for our half.
One side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Now the Bucks moving it up. Ball against Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Releases. And Matthews with the basket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Matthews has got his first 2 points. Pelicans trail by 17. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Giannis and the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Ingram outside. It's Williamson, top of the key. Favors trying to break free.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That free throw good from Williamson. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Pelicans trail by 17. Holiday looking over the floor. Ingram outside to the paint. Here's Ball. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play. Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Outside Holiday. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup. Holiday's got 6.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Bledsoe outside. Looking to get it going, and the layup is up and in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. That's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
Here's Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And the Bucks lead by 19.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Hill finds Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a 3rd option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
Ingram against Giannis. Pass to Connaughton. Here is Ilyasova. Drills the baseline jumper.
This is the kind of player Ilyasova is. I mean, as soon as he has the ball in his hands, he's thinking about letting the shot go.
Ball kicks to Williamson. The dish to Ingram. Passes it to Williamson. Tries it from 9. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And the basket by Hill.
Boy, you can't lose sight of Hill when he's out on the perimeter. A deadly shooter from deep.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Outside Holiday. Williamson with it. Hill's there. Ball with a wide-open look. Here's Williamson. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Outside Hill. Second chance shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Hill maintaining his balance there. That's a tough and one finish by the fundamentally sound guard.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Timeout.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at New Orleans. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And I think for New Orleans, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And that one is off. Well, for New Orleans, shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Here's Hart. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Outside, Redick. Rebound, Milwaukee. Ilyasova's got his 6th rebound on the night. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
And a deep 3 from Redick. The long-distance 3 is buried. Redick's got 6 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on.
Stand out a little more when it's made by the big fellas.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Ball. Ingram is out there with Favors. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Redick in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Hill. Count it from 12.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Ball. And the shot goes down.
You know, no matter what you throw at him, this kid is unflappable. He's muscling through defensive contact and still scoring. That's impressive.
Lopez inside. He's covered by Ingram. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Ball. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
He doesn't get the second one. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Outside Hill. The floater. That shot off the mark. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. To the middle. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And at 6'9", with that wingspan of his, Ingram is constantly prowling for these dunks. He's an incredible athlete who finishes with ease near the hoop.
The three from Hill. Buries it from three-point range. Hill's got 5 points now this quarter.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Back to Redick. This one for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now the pass to Hill. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for J.J. Redick. Both free throws good from Hill. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second-unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now Ball. Pass to Williamson. Over Hill. And there's Williamson on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Lopez passes to Hill. Back to Lopez. That one good for 2.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up.
Ingram against Wilson. Stolen by Wilson. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Yep, that one goes. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here is Holiday. Shoots over Brown. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Korver against Holiday. Pass the ball. Back to Holiday. He dishes it to Williamson. Ball against Brown. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Favors with the rebound. The Pelicans have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Got that one up quick.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Passes to Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one's good. Ingram.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Get on Lopez.
Lopez outside. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance.